Today I've travelled a little north of Brisbane to the suburb of Bray Park. I'm meeting some folks who found a pretty unique way to incorporate detection dogs into the fight against, of all things, termites. Keeping properties across southern Queensland free from these tiny critters are two of my soon-to-be newest best friends, Elsie and Beau. But first, I thought I'd catch up with the people behind this interesting initiative. I'm here with Bret and Megan from James Pest Termite Solutions. I'd love to hear a bit about how you got into using dogs in your business.
So, I don't know, just it was a thought I had about improving our business and making us more efficient and being able to find those termites that other companies couldn't find.
Yeah, great.
And yeah, just did some research and found people that bred this type of dog for this type of reason, and eventually ended up with purchasing Elsie. So
you had been in the pest control business for quite a while?
Yeah, 20 odd years. So,
oh, right.
Yeah, so.
And to look for termites traditionally, what sort of stuff does that involve?
So our normal tools are what we call a sounding stick. So it's going along and tapping all the timbers in the house.
Okay.
Thermal camera, which allows us to see hot and cold spots. And then we have normally moisture meters and stuff like that.
Right, so there are a few tools, but it sounds like it's kind of using your human expertise, which we know our senses are not quite as good as a dog. So
Absolutely.
Listening to the tap of a stick, I imagine the success rate is not 100% there?
Look, there's room for error for sure. And you don't know, when you walk away from that house, you don't know if you've actually found everything you need to find. So using the dogs, once you've gone through, that you've done a very thorough inspection, and you can walk away happy that you've either found the termites or you haven't. So,
Because when you're looking for termites, I suppose it's not like other pests that you can maybe see a mouse running by or droppings or anything like that.
No.
They're behind a wall or like in that floor.
So termites are blind and they don't like sunlight, and they always are contained behind the walls, and they travel within mud tunnels. So they don't expose themselves to the outside normally. So.
It's quite amazing, isn't it, to think that the dogs, their scent is so good that they can track not just an animal that is right in front of them, but through that mud tunnel, through a wall even, and they're still... How accurate would you say the dogs are?
Normally they're around 90%, 97% when they're fully trained. So
it's incredible.
Absolutely. Termites give off a pheromone, so and that's what they're actually smelling when they're detecting. So,
So you mentioned that you have a specific dog breed that you work with.
Yes.
What dog breed is
so
that?
we use the working Cocker Spaniel, they come from the UK, which they used to use for gun dogs to retrieve the pheasants when they were shot. So,
So I'm familiar with a Cocker Spaniel with the kind of floppy hair, kind of dopey looking, maybe a bit silly kind of dog, but that's kind of different.
No, it's different, so the difference is that's more of a show cocker.
Right.
They have longer ears, a lot more furry, probably a bit bigger dog.
And maybe the show ones are kind of bred for a nice soft life where they're not, maybe not working quite so hard.
Yep. Look, they're probably
they don't have the drive.
No, they don't have the drive that the working Cocker Spaniels have. So,
And do people ever book just to meet the dogs, do you think?
Absolutely. We have people that call us up based on finding us on the website and seeing Elsie in the photo with Bret, and they'll ring up, and it's a very unusual thing. So people are curious and they want to know, what is this dog? What does she do? What's her purpose? And then when you explain it to them, they just think that's quite unique.
They don't really know it's a thing, do they? So,
no.
I mean,
it's not commonplace. So people, even we have people come to our house, tradesmen and whatnot, and you'll talk to them about it, and they're like, it's the most bizarre thing, and it doesn't make sense to them because they think of a working dog as being a police sniffer dog or something like
going
that.
Going out herding cattle.
Or sniffing out drugs, and it's like, no, they find termites. So it's definitely a very very thing that people
it's a real
are
unique
attracted
selling
to.
point because you've got the cuteness factor.
Yeah, she's very cute.
She's very cute. The unusualness factor, and also the added efficacy that 97% success rate is like a huge advantage.